Hello everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. I am so excited about these Dancin collections. I just love them. I don't know who came up with or who designed how to do these, but the Halloween is adorable and now the Christmas. And look at this mouse. Those little legs just go back and forth, and this is called the Dancin Giftin mouse. Dancin and Giftin mouse. Very, very stinking adorable. I know many of you guys are going to want to order this product. There are links below for you to click on to order. I am an affiliate. If you click a link and place an order, I do receive a small commission. That's at no cost to you, and thank you so much for clicking on my links. Okay, first what we're going to do is some wonderful foiling. Look at that. That's the Monostars, Glimmer Monostars hot foil plate. So I have my machine heating up, and we're also going to make, because I'm running out of red paper. I've shown this in many videos, but I'll continue to show it through the holidays because this is a fun way to make your own paper, and that's exactly what I do. I just take a piece of Hammermill cardstock and then my foil, and I'll get the solid hot foil plate. Let me show that to you. If you're new to this, this is the solid hot foil plate, and the pretty side is where it's indented, because I always tell you pretty to pretty, okay? So we'll be using that in just a moment. My machine is heating up, and as soon as my lights come up, well actually, let's go ahead. Let me put this aside. Let's go ahead and hinge this. We'll start with our stars. So I'd like for this to be as straight as I can get it, okay? And it is oversized. So my Hammermill cardstock is 5.5 by 4.25, but the plate is oversized so that you can fill the entire front of the card. I love that. I've used this plate a lot. I didn't think when Spellbinders sends me, you know, the samples. That's why I'm an affiliate, and so sometimes they send me samples, and then there's a lot of times when I go ahead and purchase my own product because I love it. But this was a sample, always pretty to pretty, and I wasn't sure how much I was going to use this, but I'll tell you what, I've used it a ton. It just goes behind a lot of things to make a wonderful background. So right now I'm just hinging this. Always remember, your foil goes to the pretty side of the plate. I know you're like, well, isn't that upside down what you're doing there? No, it's not. The foil goes to the pretty side of the plate, because actually what's happening when we put it through the die cutting machine, the foil is being pressed up into the paper. So now that I have this set, I'm just going to kind of look around here if I've got it where I really want it. I have extra foil on top. That's perfect. I think we're good. All right, I will be back in just a minute when all of my lights are on, and we will go ahead and make this adorable card. Okay, so here is my ready light. I'm going to go ahead and put my plate on my Glimmer. Now, if you are new to foiling, now is the time to, or if you want to even start foiling, okay, now's the time to start, because as with anything, always put the thin shim down first. I learned in a video from Spellbinders that this has a little heat protectant in it, okay? So, you know, go ahead and order your machine now and play with it for a little bit, you know, because with anything, there's a learning curve, right? And every machine is different. You'll have to learn yours. I can finally say I feel really confident with learning mine. And just have fun with it. You know, if you're going to get into doing some glitter, and then, or Glimmer, always remember now, along with all of our Glimmer hot foil plates, the Better Press plates hot foil also. So it's not like you have to get into Better Press. Okay, but you have a bigger selection of what you might want to hot foil. This takes about a minute right here to heat up. So we'll put the little scarf together. Those are all separate. The red is a solid piece, and then my little green ones are separate. We're going to make its little face. How sweet, right? Oh, there, we're ready. Good. I'm going to undock. And now this, I know my machine, and it likes me to run something like this through one time on this, and very slowly. Always run slowly so that that foil can press up into the paper. I'm just going to dump that. Plug that back in and put our solid hot foil plate on there and let that start to heat up. Ooh, let's see what we get. There we go. Take your tape off slowly because it can always mar the back of the paper, you know, where it's stuck to, because heat is going to it. Okay, let's see what we have. I always pray, right? Look at it. I like to unfold the corner. I'm like, am I good? Yes. It is lovely, gorgeous, perfect. It's perfect. Absolutely. Look at that shimmer. Okay, now this is also a sheet of paper with the solid plate. Always use your waste foil. Okay, now again, I'm going to wait for the lights to come on and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and bring this in. Now, for the first time through, we're going to make our paper pretty to pretty. I have a solid piece of foil and just some Hammermill. Right here. It's scooching. There, okay. And now thin shim spacer pad right here. Let's move these aside. We're going to do this one too. Let me get my platinum. You could use whichever die cutting machine, of course, that you have, if it's compatible with the Glimmer. I think if you look on the website, it tells you what it's compatible with. But I believe, you know, most cranks it's okay with. But always check it out. Okay, now, this is the solid hot foil plate. This one I will run through a few times. I really need that foil to press into my paper. Okay. I'm going to redock that really quick. Pull that off. Let that start to heat up. And we're going to again do pretty to pretty. Now we're going to make pretty paper. Okay, so pretty to pretty, this is the negative foil. My lights aren't on yet, so I don't want to put it on there. I like to wait for my platinum ready to say, or platform ready to say go. Here we go, let's peel it back. And I've just made foil paper. Okay, so whichever color foil, you can always match your card, you know? I mean, that is just absolutely wonderful. And time saving, like you're in the middle of a card and then all of a sudden, okay, my lights are on. So pretty to pretty, right? Pretty side. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's solid, that solid red, right? Now where did I put that other piece? Right here, okay? And let's put this right here. Push my timer. But yes, you know, you're in the middle of a card and it's like, oh, I really want such and such to match, and you don't have it, you know, so you can actually do it, you know, with your foil and be very creative with that also, you know, mixing and matching too with beautiful sets. On the card, I wanted to show you, they didn't send me the the sentiments, but they're in my cart today. I'm going to order them today. They are absolutely stinking cute. Check them out right below. You just click on it and it'll show you the sentiments. This Merry Christmas, though, I'm getting a lot of use out of Simon Hurley's Winter Wonderland collection. This comes with dies too. I've done many cards with this. But here's the Merry Christmas. You can see it's well loved, right? And it also has a nice season's greetings here. So check these out also from Simon Hurley. I'll link this below so that you could take a peek at his collection too. It's a wonderful one. They're really pretty. And I did many cards with that collection. So let me pull this out. And let's go through. And again, this is a solid plate now. So I really want all of my foil to press into that paper. So I know that with my machine, back and forth is a good idea when I use the solid plate. There we go. Let's move this out of the way for right now, because we have a lot of die cutting to do. I wanted to die cut and have fun with this mouse with you guys. Just going to put that there on. I have a glass mat, and it really takes the heat out of that plate very well. Okay. Now, here is our negative foil. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's a little off right here, but what I'll do is just cut that down to, this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'll cut it down to 5 by 5 1/4 by 4. So let's just do that, because I like to have all of my things ready. So I'm going to cut that down to 4, and I'll cut that down here to 5 1/4. And there we go, a perfect card front, right? So in just a short amount of time, we've made the front of this card, the front to another card at a different size, and a piece of red paper, all with our Glimmer machine. Okay, now let's go ahead and I think, yeah, I am done with this. So let's go ahead and move these things out of the way. And, okay, that can cool over there. I don't need this one. And I need this. And the front of my card. So my base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I just have a piece of red cardstock at 5 by 3 3/4. Nina White cardstock at 4 3/4 by 3.5. This is Nina White also. All of that's listed below under Amazon for you guys. So let's go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card. I have to put an Amazon order in today. I procrastinate. You know what happened? Okay, let me just be honest with you. Okay, so I said I was restricting myself to 2 episodes a day of Virgin River. No. I was up till 1 a.m. and I am done. I have to wait till now, November 30th. Yes, I binge watched. Only because, okay? Only because it was going to rain, and I'm draining the pool because I have to get a new liner. I have some leaks, okay? So, but I had to mow, okay? So I mowed the yard and I weed-eat. I took my shower. I got my grandson his lunch and did all of that. And I thought to myself, well, I'll just sit here for just a minute and watch my couple of episodes. Oh, no. No. No, that was not going to happen. Let's go ahead and glue this to the front of the card. I have to laugh, okay? Because it wasn't that I was exhausted or anything. I couldn't stop watching it. Oh, it's so good, guys. I just love it. It's a great little show. I want to live in Virgin River, okay? I want to live where you just like walk around and talk to people and have fun like that, like, and make cakes and have sewing circles. And I just love the show. Anyway, so yes, that's what I've done. All right, I'm going to attach my sentiment down here at the bottom because I already know that that's where it's going. And then we'll get into cutting out the mouse. But I thought to myself, as I was binge watching, I thought, well, no, I can't. It's just one more episode. And then when the thing came up and it said 2 episodes left, well, it was just 11 o'clock, you know. So I thought, well, surely we could get through 2 episodes, right? And I did. And I did. How funny. Okay. So here's this. And here is this. We're going to go ahead and do some fun die cutting, okay? So I have all of my little pieces out over here. To die cut, I use, of course, every single one of them. I do want to use my piece right here that I have left for my bow. And then we'll move on to that other one. See, I did my ho-ho. I've done 3 bows out of this, right? Just fun to... it's just so fun to create. I love to create, so that's just my thing. This is part of the present, okay? This is, again, pay attention to detail with, it's such a pretty bow, right? I'm gonna put one of these on the inside of the card too. Very, very pretty. That bow, you can use that on many cards. That would make a fantastic inside embellishment and envelope embellishment on many, 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 many Christmas cards. Okay, now, let's see. What are we doing here? We're going to cut. I decided for the present, I just found some cute pattern paper that I had left over. And so let's go ahead and cut here. Oh, and then we'll cut that. Let's see, what else can we cut on here? Let's do its little legs right here, okay? And let's see, what's this? This is the little itty bitty scarf piece. So let's cut that right here, okay? Let's go with that to start with. Now, in my last video, I was showing you guys with the little circle, okay, with the penguin. I should have used the smaller dots. I think this circle is larger, so we're going to look at what adhesive dots really are good for that, okay? We will look at that together. So let's go ahead and take all of this off. And so, you know, I just said, this is the top of the box, so of course it's just a little bigger. But it also, let me say this, okay? This makes a fantastic rectangle for a sentiment. Like if you just cut the top out, it's a really nice size. So, thinking outside of the box just a little bit. But I don't need that top. I'm going to use, oh, look at these. These are so stinking cute. Now again, you know, Spellbinders, pay attention to detail, and there is detail, you know, and there is paper piecing, which I love. If you love puzzles and you're like, what should I get into next that's like, you know, that I could do, I think you would like paper piecing. I do. I love puzzles. Okay, there's that. Let's get our little boots here, right here, okay? And then we have our red scarf, and let's see, I gotta cut my boots out of brown again. This I have to do out of pink. Let me cut this down. Okay. Let's see if we can't sneak that in there with the tail, and I believe we can. There we go. Just like that. These are going to be the boots. And then we'll talk about the boots and the slippers, which because there's 2 ways. Oh, I don't even know why I rolled that back through. There's 2 ways that you can construct this mouse, okay? This mouse has a sweater, and then you can also make jammies. So we'll talk about that. Just a second. But I wanted to make the sweater version this time. I'm sure... Oh, I'll make the jammy version when I do the thing for you guys for the craft show. I haven't forgotten. I've done them before, and if you have followed me, you've seen me do it. But for people who are new, you know, of course I want to pass it on. So I know you see 2 boots here, but there's also slippers. These are also slippers, okay? And we'll talk about that just a second. Get all my pieces off of here, right? So it's supposed to start to cool down a little bit here in Tennessee. We'll start to get into some fall weather. Let me get those boots again. Here they are. I need them in green. And let's see. I need my little mouse here in gray. Nice. Then the leaves are going to start turning color. I hope we have a pretty fall. We had a wet summer. I know many of you had a very hot summer. Tennessee had a very wet summer. So these are little ear pieces, little face pieces. These are the feet. We're just going to pile everything up over there. And let's see, there's the little eye piece. I need a little piece of black to go behind that. And then boots. Here we go. See if I've got everybody cut out. I believe oh no, I'm gonna cut my staring me right in the face. I got the present thing. The bow. Now that, because it is Hammermill and I've got Glimmer on top of it, I would run that back and forth twice. You know, in and out kind of thing, just to make sure. I like a nice fresh cut. So 1, 2 on the inside. We got it, okay? And I have an extra one of these then. Such a cute collection. And just fun to play with in your craft room. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. And did I bring over a little piece of black? I didn't. Hang on. Get a little piece. Okay. So I'm just going to cut I mean, you can see I just ripped it. Doesn't matter. The little mouse has to have an eye. Right here. So we're just going to attach this to the back right there. For this I will use my fine tip bottle. And then gonna go right here. Okay. Just, whoop. Got a little glue in his eye there. Let's clear that out. There we go. There's his little eye. All right, now, the little ear, because he has 2 little ears. Let's go ahead and put this on. Now, there is, and Spellbinders is great for this. Can you see that score line? Okay, you want to put your mouse, his little head, and on the angle of that score line, and then there's a little score line over here. Okay, so that wants to touch the other ear and come down, and that's where you're going to get that perfect placement for the back one. And now you'll know also where to put your glue. At least on this piece you will. Again, I'm going to look for those score lines and just line it up like they have it so that it looks so stinking adorably cute. That's good. Now, what did I think I just cut a piece? Yeah. I'm just going to cut a piece of pink for here. So first the little cheek, I'm going to cut the thin. No, I think I got it. I thought I made it too thin. Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. I want his little eye to be pink. And I'm just going to put that right there. Cute. And now its little nose. Watch what I do here. I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to cut the corner off. This is just what I came up with. You might come up with something better. I'll put that right there. I'm going to put this little corner on his nose. Just like that. And then if anything sticks out, I would cut it off. But I don't know how I did it because the last one I had to cut off. But it needs nothing. So just use the corner of a piece of paper. Easy peasy. There's his little head, right? And then let's put the little pink part in his ear. His or her ear. And again, score lines. Easy peasy to line this up with. Just perfect placement. They really do make it easy for you. Get that glue out of there. What is that in there? Oh, I think that might be a piece of gray paper. Let me tuck that back. There we go. I thought it was glue. It was just a little piece of paper. Okay, there. Now, let's go ahead and make the scarf. So here's the scarf, and then we have 3 little pieces that are right here. This one with the fringe, of course, goes on the bottom where the fringe is. And right here on the bottom. Everything fits, okay? It's a nice puzzle. There we go. And I just love the way they layer all of these little things. Now, we're going to have, we are going to have red boots. So let me get those pieces out while I'm attempting to find the other. Here they are. No, that's not it. That's a green boot. We don't need that. And I want to talk to you about the slippers. And slippers, here's a red boot. And here are my pieces to my scarf. Each one of them just go every other, and each one of them fits in their little area perfectly. So like where you see the score lines is where that one goes, for sure. And then up in here is where this goes. Just like that. Oh, so cute. There. Now we'll let that dry, and we've got that ready. Now, let's talk about if we were going to make this little guy to be, where's my, did I do the top? Ah, I forgot to do the top. Let me run this through really quick right here on the vagabond. Take just a second. I forgot a piece. That's okay. There we go. Okay. So here's the sweater. Now, I want it to look like a sweater, so I put the scarf, okay? If you want it to look like jammies, you will put a collar here, all right? You'll put like this little, it'll be like his little neck and there'll be a collar, all right? And then, instead of, we're gonna put boots like this, we're going to put red boots right here. And they fit right on the little legs, okay? If you want to do slippers, let's just go ahead and do that while we have that. So let's put our red boots on here. Make sure the little cuff of the boot comes to the part of the leg where it's kind of like it, you know, it's right into it, okay? And then they look perfect. Let me get this boot. Right here. Okay, let's let that dry. Now, let's say that we wanted to make, here's the little slippers. Okay, and then you have a leg. This would go then under there, and then you would make slippers, and that little projection there is for you to glue it on. So there's two different ways for the mouse, which I think is just really thinking outside the box on that, right? So cute. Okay, so that's when with the slippers you would bring in this little foot and then that little foot. And this one I made with the red on the bottom, so it would be the largest slipper. So this one I'm going to do the largest green. Let's just do it. Let's just make a slipper. I'm going to use them anyway. Right here. Okay. And then you'll take the smallest, whatever other color, if you want. Okay. And I would put a little glue on this right here. And then put this to the top so that it looks like the bottom. I cannot even, this is too cute. The bottom is a sole, see, is the sole of the slipper. I can't even, how do they come up with this? Who comes up with this, okay? So these are just too stinking cute. I do have two of the green and red put together. Oh, it just doesn't take a second, does it? Can I just go ahead and do it? Let's put this one together. There's the green. And then we need the little red top right here. And now I made a slipper. This is why I wanted to die cut and show you all the pieces and parts of this one. Especially, well, the other one that I'm going to do too is too stinking cute, but it's pretty self-explanatory. This one had a couple of things going on which are really fun. So here's another set of slippers, which I will put with my mice. And then these are the collars instead of the scarf. So there's that, okay? Let me put this aside, and I promise you, on the next thing that I do with this mouse, I will do that, okay? I'll do my craft fair thing with, I was already going to do it with the mouse on it anyway. Okay, now, here we go. Let's go ahead and put its little hand, that's what this is. Let's put its little, or paw, right here, out from its little cuff of the shirt, of its sweater. And then this gets glued to the neck. Right here. Now, as you can see, if I was to put the collar on like this, okay, it goes like that, and have slippers with little black legs, okay? It looks like, you know, it is, I'm really not sure how this collar goes on. Let me just say that right now. I'll have to look and see how that goes. It just looked to me like it went like that, which it probably does. I'm not sure. So anyway, but yes, that is all part of this, and you could see how it makes jammies. Like the little mouse, you know, is it's at night. I'm gonna go put the presents under the tree. They give you a nice little place here for the tail to add your glue. And let's get that right under there. Just like that. Let's go ahead and attach our scarf. And this will come right up here. Absolutely. There is a little score line. It's very faint. It's right there. Just go ahead and rest your scarf in there, which that could be the score line too for that little collar also, which it probably is, knowing them. That's exactly, look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, we'll do the, let's see, let's put our present together, okay? Well, we actually don't put it together. I'm going to put this on the front of the card with the bow, and this is like the ribbon. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Let's bring our card base back in before we get to our mouse. I want to put my bow on the inside. On the top. See what I mean about a wonderful embellishment? That is cute. I'm going to put this aside and put a block on it for it to dry. Good. All right. Now, the legs. A little piece of low-tack tape. And this was, I always give credit where credit is due. This was a Jennifer McGuire thing. Put the little mouse on there, or whatever, whoever you have, okay? And put it like where you want it. Use your low tack tape and put this together. Now this is one piece, okay? Now you can put your little circles there. I always link below the wonderful special they always have with this double-sided foam adhesive. I think this one I used a big because that's, yes, definitely. So I used the larger one here. And I'm going to put it right at the top. You want to put it at the top, right? Because if you put it in the middle, then when you take the tape off, your legs are going to fall down. I learned that, okay? So if you have it right where you need it, then that is perfect. I started putting two, the legs swing better. Okay, now don't throw any of this out. You're not done. All of this has adhesive. Okay, so I'll say this every single time. So you can always cut that. See, all of this, every bit of that is adhesive. So cut it and use it. Use every single bit. All right, now, let's go ahead. And we're getting dry there for the inside. This is so cute. And let's go ahead and place our present. So right here, let's just take a peek here, but we need a bow, right? So let's drop that down, and I believe that will be perfect right there. Okay, I'm going to let that sit right there. I'm picking this one up because I know the placement, and it needs to kind of overlap this bottom. Because remember, it's the lid. And it only overlaps by like 1/8 of an inch on either side for it to look like a lid. Okay? Now we're going to put this on the bottom. Cute little candy canes. Just like that. We're going to put our ribbon on now. Just like this. I don't much like to use liquid glue with Glimmer, but we have no choice there. Okay, so that goes right there. Try not to touch it too much. Get our bow. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me, watching me put together the little mouse. There's more than just this to it, and I know you're gonna love this one. I know you guys are. So stinking cute. Let me put that up there. Okay, now the little head, raise that up. We want to see where our, oh, take my tape off. Okay, I don't have any dimensional behind here yet. I want to put my mouse first, so I think we're good. I'm going to raise that mouse up a little bit. I want my Merry Christmas to show, and I'm just going to go just like that. Okay, do my legs move? Yes, they do. So cute. Oh my gosh, I just love them. Look, there they go. That's my favorite part. Okay, the head's a little bit loose there, so let's go ahead and stick one of these behind it. We don't want that to be. I put it up here on the ear this way, then it just secured that head down, okay? And I just used one, I didn't use two. I think on the penguin I used two, and I wish I hadn't done that. So live and learn, I'm working with it. But here is our adorable card. Thank you so much for watching me assemble our little Dancin and Giftin mouse. I just love it. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love this. I love the whole collection, okay? Everything Dancin I love now. So I'm just into that. How much fun can you have in your craft room? Thanks again for watching. Again, the links are below for you to place an order, and I will see you next time.